back in the 60s, 70s. Dad was Premier League assistant, 90s up to 2005. And yeah, always used to go with Dad, really enjoyed it, loved playing, but nasty knee injury when I was about 2021. Running was always okay, and when I recovered from the knee injury, no problems there, so I thought, right, the only way I can stay on the pitch is by refereeing. Dad didn't really push me into it, I just thought I'll go for it. Got a lot of advice from Dad, but he just left me to it, and that was probably the best way, really. If you love football, which I think all referees do, you would love refereeing. You have to have a thick skin, but the banter out there is fantastic, and if you've got that in your locker, you'll be able to manage players, and at the end of the 90 minutes, if the games have gone well, there's not many better feelings as part of football anyway. So yeah, really enjoy it, and that's the main reason. Because football's such a big part of your life, ultimately now you're training a lot as well. So my main circle of friends now are people I've met from the gym or referees. So it's good because when you're going out, you're talking about football, but not also football. You've got similar interests as well. So it's good part to be involved in, because you need that support. Especially if games haven't gone so well, you need the people you can trust, and that's what you lean back on, because it is a strong refereeing family. Because obviously we've got the polar washes now, and they're really specific on how much we're doing. I'm doing about 10 to 12k a game, and just depending on the pitch size. If you go to Port Vale, which is a massive pitch, you might do about 14k, and then if you go into other pitches, a lot of them now they've seemed to have reduced them down, depends on the playing style, but easily 10 to 12. And calories wise, you're probably doing about 1500 calories a game, so it's brilliant, because you can't replicate that at the gym very easily. You might be down the gym 2.5 to 3 hours trying to do that, but combined with the adrenaline, high intensity, and the games are fast now, you're easy doing 1500, so that's why you need to make sure your diet's right as well, otherwise you won't have the energy when you're out there. Yes, so it was back in about 2003, 21 when I started, so I think a lot of referees or young guys think that I need to start when I'm about 14, 15, 16. Not the case, especially if you want to stay fit. And I just thought to myself, when I was 21, I didn't want to finish, obviously, I was young. And that was a good way of staying in football and keeping involved and keeping fit, which is the crucial thing. I think with being involved as a referee, you always have to be 15, 20 yards away from the play. It's not like if you're a right back, centre back, left back, you're always away from the play generally, unless it's in your area. As a referee, you've always got to be 15, 20 yards away, so you've got to be fit. So if you're doing like 2-3 games a week, it's great cardio. So you're actually putting something back into the game, especially if you have played at that kind of similar level. And as said earlier, there's no better feeling really if the game does go really well, and you know that you've put something back in that day, as well as looking after yourself fitness wise as well. And I remember when I was playing, there's nothing worse than turning up and there'd be no referee there, and you just have one of the coaches refereeing the game, or the manager, and it was never as good, because you just think to yourself, I need someone neutral here, I want someone I can trust. And that's the main reason I thought, I need to get involved, I need to do something. And I still enjoy doing Sunday mornings now, I still do the odd one. And because I know that the players are out there, they're giving up their Sunday morning, they want to have a good game, they want someone neutral who's going to be controlling it to the best of their abilities. Not so much from a financial perspective, but it was a great way of being out on Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, and it soon mounts up. So it was a great little part-time job as well, but you soon progress. I think managed to get up to Football League line within 5 years, and once you're at that professional level, then it really is worthwhile from a financial perspective, as well as everything else that goes with it. And the early years, I wouldn't say were tough, but the first 2 years really do mould you as a person as well, and you really see how mentally strong you are, because you're on your own out there, especially on a Sunday morning, there's no assistance, and that's where you really need to be strong as a person. And definitely you bring out the qualities in yourself, and you realise that you've got to be strong. I think if you love football, as we said, you'll love refereeing, but just make sure you don't give it up after 1 or 2 games. If you're getting a bit of stick, just keep going and going, because as with anything, the more you do it, generally the better you get, and generally you get more used to the stick that goes with it. Because yeah, referees get stick, but hey, the away team players get just as much stick as we do the higher level you go. You do become mentally strong, and you have to be, because if you're giving decisions, you could be faced with adversity, but the higher you get, obviously you've got tens of thousands of people giving you stick over your decisions, so you have to be mentally strong and just give it as you see it, not be influenced by the crowd, not be influenced by anyone else, and just be confident in your own ability. Well, in the early years, in 2007, I was lucky enough to be assistant referee on the second game at the new Wembley. That was England under 20s v Spain under 20s. So that was an FA appointment. So within 4 years of starting refereeing, I was running the line at Wembley to Andy Durso. So yeah, it was brilliant, and to do the second game at the new Wembley was a real privilege. I'd say if you're considering being a referee, it doesn't matter what age you are, because the age rule's gone now. As long as you're fit enough, you can go on. In the SG2 group, we've got referees in their 50s, and they're still just as fit as some of the guys in their 20s, because it's how you look after yourself. But you just need to think about the future, and if you're going to be thinking about progressing, which you will do if you're good enough, you get assistant referees, fourth officials, observers, security. The higher you get, you'll have police, etc. So just stay strong and just basically keep going, even if you are having those tough games. And also just try and get a good support group going, and if you can get a mentor in the early years, I know Staffordshire do that. It's really important because they can give you advice, and no one's going to go out there expecting you to be the best referee possible in the first 6-7 games. You're going to learn so much in those first few games, and just listen to the people who are observing you, or higher level referees, and just try and take on board. If you have got potential, Staffs have got a development group for level 7 to 5. That's run by Ollie Yates and John Hilditch. Ollie Yates, Football League referee. John Hilditch has been there as a FIFA assistant. So you can't learn from those kind of people. There's something wrong. And if you do keep going, once you get to level 4, you've got a support group led by Alan Wiley, which is fantastic. And Alan Wiley's our coach at SG2. So if you can't learn from people like Alan in the classroom sessions and on the pitch, again, there's not much hope.